Rock Star MBA, 77 untapped lessons on life, business, marketing, entrepreneurship, and leadership from rock stars. Written by Dr. Martin J. McDermott. Read by Dr. Martin J. McDermott. Copyright 2025. Dedication. In memory of Martin J. McDermott, January 16th, 1942 to March 16th, 2016. The kindest man I will ever know. Acknowledgements. This book is dedicated to several rock stars. First, my wife Connie, who always encouraged me to move forward with all of my dreams. As the Gladys Knight song suggests, you're the best thing that ever happened to me. Next, my son Martin. It's been such a privilege to be your dad, and words cannot express my love for you. I would also like to thank the dozens of rock stars and artists mentioned in this book. All of you sacrificed many years of your lives to bring joy to millions of people. Special thanks go to Kip Lemming, bass player for the Classic Riot lineup. I'm especially grateful for our first podcast interview and for him openly sharing his remarkable journey from the stage to a successful career and beyond. His passion for life, learning, and overcoming obstacles is truly inspiring, and I'm immensely grateful for the opportunity. I would also like to thank my many mentors and friends at PG. Lastly, and most importantly, I would like to thank God and Jesus for always listening to my prayers and taking care of my family. Preface. You can learn from everybody what to do and what not to do. Mostly, what not to do. Jan Van Halen, father to Eddie Van Halen. I became obsessed with rock music around 15 years old. I use the word obsession because music was all I ever thought about as a teenager. Every other weekend, I would spend my little savings purchasing a new album at a record store. It was an experience that's hard to explain to my son or the younger generation. I wouldn't just listen to music. I would absorb every intricate detail of the album cover, the lyrics, and the liner notes. I wanted to know everything I could about the album, like who wrote the songs, who produced the album, where the album was recorded, and who managed the band. I imagine this information was trivial to most people, but it seemed important to me. Music became a friend and got me through several challenging teenage years in the 1980s. Friendship might seem like a strange word in relation to music. When I think of friendship, concepts like trust, joy, happiness, feeling less lonely, and having someone or something you can rely on daily come to mind. Like many teenagers, I dealt with similar issues like bullying, losing friendships, self-doubt, lacking confidence, and feeling alone. Paul Stanley, the singer of Kiss, once said, "Try to remember if you struggle with the secret self-doubts that make you feel alone. That's what most of us share in common. You're no different." Things got so bad that I switched schools in my junior year of high school to an all-boys Catholic school in central New Jersey. As an introvert, it was a challenge to make new friends. Nevertheless, I saw this as an opportunity to learn more about myself and throw myself into my studies for the first time. I even joined the chess club after not making the roster for the baseball team. I remember having some photos of my favorite bands in my locker. Some included Queensryche, Riot, and Wasp, which were very different from the bands my fellow students listened to, like Rush, U2, and Springsteen. Eventually, several students asked me about these bands, and I slowly formed friendships. I would introduce them to the music that I enjoyed, and they did the same. My fellow students taught me the importance of having an open mind about life and music. Music can bring people from all cultures and backgrounds together. On one occasion, I invited 2 chess team members to see an Iron Maiden concert at Radio City Music Hall in New York City. They thought the show was amazing. I grew up in a town where I watched several successful and unsuccessful local rock bands from beginning to now. It's a wonderful learning experience to observe rock bands from their humble beginnings, achieve enormous success, and even watch them decline. Interestingly, a rock band is not much different from any entrepreneurial venture that started in a garage, bedroom, or basement. Someone had an idea, implemented the concept, and had many failures before success. Arianna Huffington once said, "Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success."